Wow. It never ceases to amaze me. This is Brother Peter with tidbits from the Word. It never seems to amaze me how God opens the door to different things. Here, I've been studying the Word for years and years. I'm studying the Word. I read verses, study them. But just now the Lord opened the door to meet my mind for another little thing that I see. In the book of Acts, in chapter 17 and verse 25, and he give life and breath to all things, not just man, but all things that breathe. Do the trees breathe? Yes, they do. The trees breathe the very air they make and cause more air. And the air they cause, to the degree, right to the nth degree of what a tree does, is what a human being can breathe. And that human being can only breathe that perfect air. If that tree was to do one thing more than it does, get out of whack, it would kill the man, the gas it would put off. If it was under what it's supposed to be, the man would not have the right air to breathe, and he could not live on this earth. But the original breath was given by God, and it's maintained by God. You say, Peter, you're just a little bit crazy, aren't you? You're a little off your rocker, or you're a little foolish or something. And I said, well, did you ever see a horse? Yeah. Well, was he breathing? Yeah. You ever see a cow? Yeah. Well, was he breathing? Yeah. Well, did you ever see a fish? Yeah. Well, was he breathing? Yes, he was. A special way. He's got gills. But you know what he's breathing through them gills? He's breathing the same thing you and I. He's breathing the oxygen, the air. You take the oxygen out of the water, and that fish, even though he's got gills, can't breathe. And you put him out here where he has too pure air, and it will kill him. So, God gave the breath that's necessary for each thing that needs breath. And so everything that's breathing. Let's go on and see something else. Verse 26. And God hath made of one blood all nations of men for to dwell in all the face of the earth, and hath determined the time before appointed, and the bounds of their habitation. Wow. The bounds of their habitation are even ordered by the Lord. The Lord said he knows 2 sparrows. He said, I'm not 2 sparrows sold for 1 farthing, and I know both of them. How much more, he said, do I know you? And in the same exact verse, you know what he said? He said, I know the number of hair on your head. I'll tell you another thing the Lord said too, and I got sitting here with white hair, gray hair. The gray hair, the Bible said, is for you to see and you to know that your days are numbered. And by the way, you may look in the mirror and see yourself. Say, what a handsome joker I am. I got all this nice, beautiful black hair and everything. I got news for you, friend. If the Lord tarries is coming and you live long enough, you headed for gray hair. But you better, while you got that black hair, you better do all you can for the Lord while you can. The Bible said, while you're young, redeem the time. Redeem the time. Redeem the time. Redeem the time. I'm 70 years old now and trying to redeem the time. Let's look at verse 27. By the way, we're in Acts chapter 17. That they should seek the Lord, if happily they might feel after him and find him, though they be not far from every one of us. Seek out and find the Lord. Seek out and find the Lord. I'm telling you, you need to seek out and find the Lord. If you are saved, and you are following the Lord, and you're in your Bible, you got to get in your Bible. This little pile of Bibles right here, I did a little excerpt a little while ago, and this is only 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. I could right in this very house right here, right now, if I told you, you'd say you foolish, you're just plain crazy. But I got about 32 of them that I use on a pretty regular basis. I pick them up, and some of them I actually written a little different than others. I've got some Bibles called a Serendipity Bible. It has all the words in it. It's the King James. It has all the words in it. But all of the very important first words are highlighted in dark black letters, so that when you read it, you see that highlight. Well, that's an interesting Bible to study. This Bible right here I have has 900. Listen to this: 900,000 references from a verse. I can take one verse and I could take that verse I just read to you in this Bible, and I can exhaust it 2,000 or 3,000 times. I can reference it in different directions, and every word in it has a reference, and I can go to every word, one word at a time, reference that word, come back, put it together, and have such an astounding, I could write a whole book on that one verse, and it would be interesting. It'd be an interesting book because it breaks down word for word in the Bible. Oh boy, let me tell you a little something. My friend Larry, I never had a computer, and I got one now, but I don't know any more than what I'm doing right now to punch it on and talk to you folks and punch it off. But Larry keeps telling me every click counts, and I keep getting in trouble. I've blowed the machine up. I lost 1,100. I lost 1,100 messages all in one foul swoop with one touch of that finger. I touched the wrong thing, and it deleted 1,100, never to be seen again. They were not found anywhere on the machine, and then right after that, the machine burned up. So we had to go get us a whole new brain. I'm telling you that you got to be careful what you do with that. So every click counts, and in this life, everything counts. What we do counts. Let's read another verse. Let's read verse 28. For in him we live and move and have our being, as certain also in your own poets have said, for we are also his offspring. Now, those who are before us and those who are in amongst us in this day tell us, they're prophets, and they tell us that we are made, God made us, and that God lives in us if we've asked him to save us, and they tell us these things, and that's what I'm telling you. Peter, you say you're a prophet? No, I'm not a prophet. I prophesy what is already written. I'm telling you what is already written is the truth. And I'm getting in it. Are you getting in it? Are you getting in it? Are you getting what you need out of it? Are you able? If you're going to come up against a monster this week, such a great tragedy I saw myself with my own eyes this week when that man fell out of that stadium in that baseball game. Nobody expected that man to die. The wife did not expect him to go to a baseball game and not come home. His son sitting with him didn't expect him to not go home with him. Nobody that knew that man expected him that day to go and meet the Lord that day. Nobody expected that, but it happened. We need to be prepared. We need to be prepared. We need to be prepared. Any minute the phone can ring and somebody can say, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, somebody just passed away. Just got killed in a car wreck. Got killed in a motorcycle wreck. Got struck by lightning. An airplane went down. A taxi cab rolled over. Listen, there isn't anything you can't say that hasn't happened to people. Are you prepared? Are you prepared today?